Good morning, everyone. Today we're going to be making a clay llama. Our learning target is I can make a clay slab, and you'll find out what that means in a minute. Supplies we will use today are a ball of air dry clay, some clay tools like this wooden skewer, and the tip of a marker cap, and a llama head template. The first thing you're going to do is push down on your ball of clay, flattening it like a pancake. You're going to flatten it until it's about 1/4 inch thick. This is about the height of a pencil eraser if you need a visual. There are 3 ways to make things out of clay. One way is to make a slab, which we're doing today. The other 2 ways are to build coils or pinch pots. Today we're making a slab, and you'll see mine is about 1/4 of an inch thick. It's the perfect thickness, and I'm going to put my llama head template over top of my slab. Now what you want to do is take your wooden skewer tool and draw a line all the way around your template. Lift the template off, and you're able to throw that away now. And you're going to use your plastic carving tool to cut out the llama head shape. We have our llama slab cut out. I want to use some water to clean up my edges. My edges are a little rough, and all I need to do is put my finger in water and just rub along the edges to smooth them out. Before using my clay tools to show you how I'm going to draw the parts of my llama face, I'm drawing it on my paper template just so you're better able to see exactly the lines and shapes that I'm drawing before I do them on the clay with my clay tools. So we have a section for the face, an eye, a nose, and a mouth. I'm drawing some lines to indicate where the ears are. And once I'm done with this, I'm going to go ahead and use my clay tools and draw these same lines on my clay slab. So inside of this big section is where I will make texture like it's fur, and then at the bottom I'll cut out 4 holes, and that's where we're going to hang our string. So I first want to take my wooden skewer tool, and I'm going to draw that line that separates the neck from the face. So it's an organic curved line. It's not a straight line, it's not diagonal, it's organic, which means that it's kind of wavy. And I'm going in and making dots along that line with my skewer tool because it just makes them stand out more. And these lines are more noticeable if I dab the lines with little dots. I don't want you to push so hard that your skewer tool goes all the way through to the table. That's not what you're supposed to do here. You're pressing hard enough to make these lines and shapes, but you're not going all the way through. You just want them to be noticeable. So now I'm working on the nose. Next, I'm going to draw the mouth. So you're just drawing the lines with your skewer tool and then going over them with a bunch of little dots, or you're kind of dabbing those lines. Next, I am creating the lines and shapes that indicate where my ears are. Inside of my llama neck, or the back of his neck, a marker cap actually works perfectly to create the texture of their fur. So all I'm doing is making marks with the edge of my marker cap until I fill up that entire section. The last thing I need to do before I let my llama slab dry out is to create 4 circles down at the bottom of my llama's neck. So you're going to push your skewer tool all the way through to the table, creating these circles that are about the size of a pencil. So you kind of want to twist your skewer tool around, making a circle wide enough that a pencil could fit through. So now we have all of our lines and shapes for our clay llama, and it's ready to dry. Before we paint our llama white and give it some pink rosy cheeks and pink ears, we're actually going to paint the whole clay slab black. What this is going to do is emphasize your texture that you created on his fur and with the lines and shapes that you drew for its facial features. So we're just going to paint the entire llama slab black, making sure that we get our black paint in those tiny little crevices that we made for the texture. Now that our black paint has dried, we're going to go over our llama with white paint with what I call a dry brush technique. So make sure you don't have a lot of paint on your brush. That's why I wiped it on my wax paper a little bit first. And you're just going to go over your llama with a super dry brush. So get more paint with your brush, put it on the wax paper first, and then just gently slide your brush across your llama slab. And this is going to make it so that we can still see the black paint underneath, and it really emphasizes the textures that we made. So I'm going to go over the whole llama slab one more time with a little bit more white paint, making sure that I paint the sides as well. And then I will leave this to dry. The last thing you're going to do is add the tassels to the 4 holes that you made in the bottom of your llama head. So just with yarn or any type of string that you might have, I want you to put both ends together and put them through the holes from front to back. Pull those 2 ends out of the back and loop them through the hole that's created in the front and just pull down. This is a simple way to tie your tassels onto your llama, and this adds a bit more texture to your llama. So same thing, put the ends of your yarn together, put them through the hole from front to back, pull the ends out of the back and loop them through the loop that's created in the front and pull down. You're going to repeat this step for all 4 holes. I'm just using scissors to make sure that my tassels are all the same length. Perfect. Our learning target was I can make a clay slab. Do you think you did that? Explain to me how.